Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Homestuck. Intros suck.
Yeah.
I don't got anything.
Yeah, we have like how many episodes of this?
A lot.
Help, please.
Too
They have me
many.
hostage.
There-
I
there's
don't
a
want to be
lot
here.
of-
Help.
These intros.
There's a lot of episodes. There's a lot of intros, and I don't think a single one of them is good.
Do we even have like our like a general intro, like our intro for the channel?
Nope.
Welcome back to Homestuck.
Hello.
Welcome.
All right,
Hello,
Jacob.
everybody.
Okay,
This is
open
the
up your
Forehead
music app.
Club.
We're
back
gonna make
reading
our own little theme song. We're gonna have like a
Hello, everybody. My name is
stupid animation
Markiplier.
play.
Hear me out. What if we do like?
We do
what
an
if we?
intro where we all like say our names.
What if like at the very last episode we do an intro and it's like we're gonna use this intro for the rest of the series. It's the last thing of the series.
Okay, that would be really funny, actually. Anyway.
Like the one scripted intro is all like, all right, and we're no longer using this.
End of year 3. Act 6, Act 3. This is my favorite song.
Rain.
Here in this game. Yeah, there.
Whoa. Wherever your house is now, it's sinking in a hurry. Better act fast.
Gone.
Oh, okay. Why are there like branching paths? This way, I guess. Oh shit. What is this? Huzzah, you did it!
Oh, hello. Did what exactly?
Made it to Loka, your own personal planet inside the game, tailored to your personal quest. I've observed you here before, of course, but this is the first time I've contacted you here. Better to keep things on the up and up vis-a-vis our mutual linearity, no?
Sure.
Sure?
Yeah, sorry. I'm still feeling a little overwhelmed by what just happened. A giant pit seems to have swollen my house whole. My dad is missing too. I think I should try to find him as soon as possible.
I understand. Pardon my grumpy demeanor. I just had a nap and did not sleep well.
Haha. You call this grumpy?
Wasn't I being?
Not exactly.
Well, good. I do my best. Really, as if my dreadful nap were not bad enough, I woke up to find my co-player has made a terrible mess in here. But the good news is he has at least agreed to play with me once and for all. Some people make nothing easy.
That's good. But wait, I thought you said you've never met him.
I haven't. Not in person.
Then how did he make a mess in there? Did he break into your room while you were asleep?
Oh, yes, well, The thing with that is this. The thing with that is that we should talk about something else.
Huh?
Why must you be such the vigilant gumshoe, Jane? Always with the gumshoery. Pitch that puzzle savvy toward the conundra littered about your planet. I'm becoming grumpy again, do forgive me. What do you think of the place, by the by? Your new home.
Oh, It's rather desolate, pretty eerie, actually. I haven't run into anyone at all. Think I might be alone here.
Yes, isn't it great?
The balloons are nice, I suppose.
Reminds me much of home. So peaceful, so much space to yourself and time to think. You're so lucky. I can't wait to get to my planet.
Yes, but what about your brother?
Right, that. About that. Gotta run, talk, kisses, all that stuff.
Hey,
Well, Sebastian, what are you doing all the way out here? Looked like you were going down with the ship. Your fidgety little legs sure do help you get around fast. Anyway, you shouldn't be dancing around here in the middle of nowhere unsupervised like this. You should come along. You can't see a thing in any of these holes. It's too dark. Maybe if you could find some way to shine a light down there. A creature carved into the side of the hill. Probably a member of an ancient species that went extinct long ago, leaving behind the remains of this ancient civilization. Another one of these colorful, buoyant pods emerging from its hole. Thousands of these things roam around seeding and watering the planet, yet nothing grows. If you're reading this, it means I'm dead. Dang, carving stone is hard. I want to go back to farming pods. Our people have waited for centuries for the four nobles to arrive, and it seems we will wait centuries more. We will wait so long that apparently we will all die waiting. That's what we're supposed to do, they say. It's just a big waiting game up in here. And when the nobles finally arrive, then apparently they have to wait too. We're told they cannot summon the speaker of the vast croak without help, so they must wait for another four to arrive. Gods, they say. Together they will raise the speaker and fight invincible demons, I think? I used to think I understood our folklore, but it made me happy to think about greeting the maid. But then it all changed, and now it's kind of complicated and distressing and sad. Oh well, we'll just keep building crypts and carving tablets like I'm told. New words of wisdom from the elders, from Himera's lips to our slimy amphibious ears. The nobles will arrive one by one, first to Loka, then to Lopan, then comes Lotak, followed by Lomax. One by one the nobles will come, only to discover the remains of those who worship them and pave the way for their arrival. But then it is their duty to pave the way for others, for those from the planets through the glass, whatever that means. Lowas, Lolar, Lohak, Lofaf. You know what? That's too many letters. The alphabet confuses me sometimes. When times were simpler, we called them the Four Heroes. Our stories were so much happier and easier to understand, but we were living in delusion. When it became clear the heroes could not fulfill their destiny by some cosmic flaw, they became known as the Nobles. It pretty much means the same thing, but is a title more commonly reserved for martyrs or tragic figures who toil in futility. The new scripture states it will require divine intervention for the nobles to achieve victory, so there's at least one thing to be hopeful for. Unfortunately, a more recent tenet of our ever-unfolding myth states that the aspect of hope itself is dead on arrival, so... It is strange to think the only one alive left in the land to greet the maid will be Himera herself. What an incredible encounter between legends that will be. Of course, she will have been slumbering for centuries when the maid finally arrives. It's funny how all the stories we grew up believing have been changing. Of course, I love all our old stories, but personally I think the new ones are just as interesting. Yes, I know, unpopular opinion. This tablet appears to contain a hastily carved list of someone's favorite bugs. There's hardly any anecdotal lore or wisdom at all. I guess not all these ancient tablets can be winners. This tablet contains an enthusiastic story about the Maid of Life, who is obviously you. It seems the author doesn't really understand human physiology. In the story you're blowing bubbles in excitement, there are allusions to the shiny layer of slime coating your skin. You can't read anymore. Fanfiction written by any species is always a tough read. Hey, there's a skull, you just gotta have it. Take Turtle Skull? Ah man, Jake's pestering you. You don't think you have it in you to answer after the last catastrophic encounter. Not yet, at least. Take a look at what he has to say anyway. Hello?
Jake.
Sorry. Ahoy! Jane, yo ho! No dice? Okie dokie then. I just wanted to see what was up with you. I figured you must be starting up the game by now. Can't wait to get this new. My eyes. Good. I just had a let's say encounter with Dirk Stuff Robot. Well, it's over now. Let's leave it at that. Head into the rooms now to seal the deal with the rabbit malarkey finally. Then I can join you. Not a moment too soon, pal. I think this volcano is about to blow. It's making me mighty nervous. I'm not going to lie. The ground's been shaking and everything. Oh, there it goes again. Aw, frig, this is a big one. Oh, shit.
Golgotha's Terror's skull helmet computer ceased operating due to a severe blow to the head.
Jake, wait. Oh no.
One by one, the nobles will arrive, and just as surely, one by one, their lights will be snuffed out. In the beginning, the light of our hope was lost. We must make do without it, and so must they. Then a mighty gust came and took the light of our life as well, and our people knew despair like never before. But the light soon renewed its flicker quite spontaneously, and has been shining strong since. All in the land rejoiced. Our lights of heart and void will each follow in time, long after our extinction. One will be extinguished, and then another, leaving only life as the guiding light. But they should remain long enough. To illuminate the maid's path and assist her with the housekeeping we have left behind. 4 lanterns suspended from the tower. They're very bright, but the green one is burnt out. There does not appear to be a way to light it. Answer Roxy?
J-Cross, urgent correspondence for Professor BFCC over.
Roxy, you won't believe where I am right now.
Bet I will.
Okay, maybe you will. But I'm in the game, finally. It's considerably more outlandish than I was expecting.
What were you suspecting? For magic not to be real or something? Well, what a dope.
No, I was thinking, well, I don't know, something more like...
Wow, okay, shush. Jane, I actually don't know. I don't have any time. I have literally like 1 minute. I only wanted to ask one thing. Did you talk to Jake about, do I need to wonk?
That's why you're contacting me?
Yes. Hurry.
Roxy, please, I don't think you understand. There are mysteries here, real mysteries and puzzles to solve.
That's cool. So how'd it go with Jake?
Groan.
Did Doc Croc patience her love medicine on the English patient?
Hardly. If you really want to know, I completely blew it with him. Forever. Satisfied?
Oh, what the fuck?
He asked me if I liked him, and in the heat of the moment, I panicked and said no. And then he went on this whole thing about Dirk, and that's it. That's that. Can we drop it now?
Jane, this is total the shittiest love report I ever heard.
It's not a love report. Will you stop it?
Jane, I'm pissed. I am so pissed about this. I want to just go there and smack your ass. You had him, and oh, Jane, sigh. The only reason I got to cut short on ripping you a new one, offer this debacle is the fact that everything is literally on fire right now.
What? There's a fire?
No, Jane, there's a fire when you go camping and pack marshmallows while smiling like an asshole. The whole neighborhood is burning down. By which I mean literally every single fucking building. Gotta go.
Oh, gosh. Please be careful.
Still just some fucking ish about this Jake thing.
It is young seed pod, yet to be released to the surface. Looks like it needs a lot more helium. The switch has no power. It does nothing. You flip it up and down a bunch and nothing just keeps on happening. More old stone tablets. They say, when heart looks northwest, my seed pod will rise. I'm so proud of it. As a pod uses up its water, it becomes lighter and lighter. It eventually floats away into the medium. It's said that some very lucky few will eventually reach Skya itself. If you have a wish, you can carve it into the pod. If it reaches Skya, your wish will come true. I want to carve something, but I can't think of what to wish for. Maybe some delicious bugs? Think imagination, the one time I really need you. Carve something in the seed pod? Carving stuff is even harder than drawing stuff, and frankly, you're not sure even Skya can deliver on this wish. You blew it so hard, but hey, a girl can dream. The people here were highly skilled artisans. What is that, some sort of giant window? You can't imagine that has much significance. You give it no further consideration. Some very old stone tablets along with carving apparatus, they say. We spent so long tending to our sacred seed pods. Each I cared for and released was like a precious bubble gloved from my own mouth. They would seed our planet in anticipation of the maid's arrival. Alas, it turned out we had the prophecy all wrong. Our scholars discovered she would not arrive for millions of years. Our kind would not survive to welcome her. So our elders gave us a new purpose. We must all go to work building our own graves. Some say this is not as much fun as tending to seed pods and a life of simple agriculture, but I think it could be a blast. I'm just a balloon is half inflated kind of guy, I guess. A little chamber full of bones. You guess the remains of an old salamander or something? This is just such a piss-poor burial job. There's a skull weighing this thing down. Could be an obvious booby trap. Gonna take some bravery to swipe it. What do you say? Take salamander skull? The door's locked. There's a strange symbol on it which you find mysteriously alluring. The more you look at it, the more you think it's just so cool. You could totally see wearing that thing on a shirt. Yeah. Is there something I'm missing here?
You could.
This ancient obelisk has some sort of mirror affixed to its peak. You wonder what the deal is with these things. You vaguely hazard that it's got something to do with puzzles.
If you go back to where the lanterns are.
Oh, right, now there's a mirror.
No.
Okay.
Go back one. The skull right there on the side.
There's a skull-shaped indentation. Something probably needs to go in there. As for what, you think you'll need one of your fanciest detective mustaches to crack that mystery. Put a skull in there? The lanterns have been hoisted. 3 beams of light shine from the tower. The thing spits the skull back out. You grab it. No reason to squander a perfectly good puzzle skull. You think Jake would agree. Is this... Yeah, it is. Looks like the mirror at the top is designed to reflect light in different directions depending on the color of the beam. How mysterious. I have once again run out of ideas.
Wait, don't you? Wait, what if you put a different skull in it? Didn't it say something about the heart? Didn't it say something about when the heart is reflected at it? Wait, you look up now.
Oh, wait. Huh. I mean, it's just looking at the... Oh, wait, what?
There he goes.
There was a little Sebastian.
No, you just want your rabbit to go up there, and that's it.
Yeah, I think you gotta
Probably haven't turned it around.
Well, I would imagine orange is heart though.
No,
Yeah,
it's
so, like, something-
gotta be. Well, if the lights, because we want the light to go down into one of those holes, right?
Yeah, that's what we want.
I doubt there's anything left in here, but I'm gonna check.
Go back to the mirror.
I was at the mirror though, and
you were?
I couldn't do anything.
Are we missing any other skulls?
Hold on, what?
An Aperture Science logo?
It looks more like the void aspect.
Yeah.
That's a little.
Actually, to be fair, I don't think I've ever seen the void aspect, so...
It's on
You've never
so much
seen
merch.
the void aspect?
Probably, I mean, I don't think anyone's worn it in
Rotate
series
the
yet.
lanterns. Okay. Okay, well now
Ooh.
blue is over there. Which should be life.
Yeah, blue is, I mean, if...
Wait, there's a void aspect on the... on the pillar.
fun.
That's gotta be it.
Oh, I did not know Roxy's was void.
It's only been mentioned like 12 times.
I was not kind of symbols.
Pink light is illuminating an object at the bottom, but it's way too far down for you to jump. If only you had a nimble little helper to send down there to investigate.
Gotta
Time
go
to
back
go
and
retrieve him again.
gotta go back and grab a little Seb.
Are you gutsy enough to gumshoe?
What are the above
We're doing
statements?
puzzles.
Fucking lie. Are you gutsy enough a gumshoe to find out? There he goes. New crypt.
Land of crypts
Is
and
that-
helium.
Wait, is that the Brawlzolium?
It's
the
probably
same-
the same asset.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And this is probably not the Brawlzolium, but it's an asset, I think.
Oh. Fucking jackpot. Take Crocodile Skull? Elsewhere? Okay.
Oh my god, I know what this is. This
I
is
gotta go
another
back.
Frog Sleuth
Red
reference.
Mansion.
Scarabs!
Scarabs.
Yeah.
Jade's the imposter she vented.
Let's put Wise Guy on the pedestal. Okay, I see. Wait, what?
I
Hold on,
don't-
what did that say?
Elsewhere. I think it's at the one guy's tomb.
So I need to... Man, this ain't a solution to anything leaving this here. Also, it's such a great book. Why waste it on a room full of dumb beetles? Take Wise Guy?
Can you click the Beatles?
I mean, I can click the beetles.
I guess just put the thing in the middle in it.
Yeah, what if I put this on it? On the one hand, puzzles need solving. On the other hand, oh god, that cake looks so delicious. Okay. Oh, what? Oh, they ate the cake!
Oh, they ate the cake. Okay. Which then opens it. Okay. Now we go back to that guy's crypt.
Puzzles.
Oh
This is the
boy,
wrong one.
Oh boy, I love Homestuck and all one of its puzzles.
I mean, I do kind of like this puzzle, but that's not the
It
point.
is pretty good.
The 3 skull-shaped indentations on the panel. You wonder what could go in the indentations. You're going to go out on a limb and guess precious gemstones. Yes, that's it.
I'll take any point to try and
Salamander's
reference
skull
next door.
doesn't fit in any of the slots. You try to cram it into no avail. Will you cut that out? I said it doesn't fit. Okay. So we're missing a skull then.
Yeah, we're
What if they
missing.
had put in the light?
What about
There is
it was-
a light back here. I know it's-
True, you're right.
So that's light. A beam of light enters the pit. It's still too dark to see much. You don't want to risk tossing Seb down without knowing what's at the bottom. There must be a way down there.
What
don't
if we
think-
go?
I don't think
What if
there's
we
a
go-
way we can get both orange and blue over there.
What if we go back down and to where the beetles were?
I'm
The
not
beetles
sure.
are gone, and we could crawl in the hole the beetles were in.
I'm not sure
Maybe.
that we could get into there. We can try in a second, but I want to see.
Yeah, try this one first. Yeah.
No, orange like goes all the way over there.
The skull on the pedestal that put the lights up. Would that be it?
I don't think so. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I just don't think we can get both of them there right now.
Yeah.
Oh wait, the beetles are in the other direction.
I mean, it might not work, but it's my idea at least.
No use bothering with this dank old mausoleum anymore. You nabbed all the loot worth getting down there. This thing ain't exactly an amusement park ride. can try rotating it one more time, I just don't think it's gonna do anything. That did the opposite of help. Yeah, this isn't really doing much for us, huh? Try that, but...
We need to get one light on the one pedestal and one light on the other somehow.
You
Yeah,
probably
so
need
that-
the fourth light.
Yeah, but there's no way to light it, I don't think.
Try the skull and the thing that's lifting up the lights.
It literally won't let me.
Is there a part of the rooms maybe we're missing?
We need an iguana skull. I'm gonna say that right out the gate.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
that.
yeah, we
Yeah.
need one more skull. Just where the skull is, we don't know. That's where we got the skulls from. Is there anywhere like that we haven't been?
Hold up, what did this say? Up here.
Is there anywhere we've been that hasn't had a skull? Wait, there's bones in there. Could there be a skull?
bones. There's no skull though.
Okay.
You can click the plant, but it doesn't do much. It just gives extra
Some
dialogue.
more signs of life hidden in the cracks. It's as if the land wants to be lush and fertile, but nothing can survive on the surface. Make the whole cave smell like a flower shop. Switch has no power. When three
What if you-
visitors look inward, the way to the maid's palace will be clear.
That little pedestal that's in there. What if you try to put something on there?
What pedestal?
Go inside.
Go, yeah, but go back.
To the right.
Oh. There's no reason to do anything with this pedestal anymore. You could jump up and down on it, you guess. That would be some especially pointless tomfoolery, though.
Worth a look.
Anything.
I was not expecting to have to solve puzzles today.
There's nothing up there.
Seems to be nothing on that panel except for that dialogue.
Hello, Alex. Yes, I would like to phone a friend.
I mean, I could just keep going back over here and rotating it by one and then checking, but that's gonna take so long.
Raven, have we gotten to a point yet to where your books are out of information?
Oh, most certainly.
There
Okay, I
have
was
been no more books since Act 5.
There's a reason there's no author's note here.
Ah, yeah, I hadn't even noticed the author notes
It
have
would
left.
probably be a really long one about how readers hate puzzles or something. Or if he would
Yeah,
just rant about Will's Seb. That seems more likely now that I think about it.
Or
yeah.
talk about how the game means nothing, like the playable interaction thing means nothing when you're reading it on the actual book.
When they make Homestuck a movie, they cut halfway through
When?
through whatever. Yeah, if they ever do, they cut halfway through the one film and make it a video game. Everyone get on your phones. We're doing puzzles until everyone's done with these puzzles. You can't watch the rest of the.
You
film.
can't leave the movie theater.
We're
You have to
doing
finish your
puzzles.
puzzles.
We're doing puzzles
And
today.
nothing there.
Have we went through? Okay, I don't think we went through what purple is when it goes over there.
I doubt
Purple?
it does anything. Maybe that's just like somehow correct even though it doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Nope.
No,
Yeah.
purple goes in the complete opposite direction. Okay. We just have to Google this.
Give it a little bit more time. Then we Google
I
it.
feel like I am being very.
I feel like if once we Google it, we're gonna realize we were just being stupid and the answer was actually really simple.
Probably.
Probably. What's another way we can get light down there?
And the obvious choice seems like you need both lights to be over
Yeah,
here, but how the hell would you do that?
You need both the life, well, with life and heart, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Another mirror? Or I guess can you rotate like one of these pillars to go? Is there a way we can like rotate a pillar?
Does not seem like it.
What if we try and get purple over there? Because it says something about how like heart and voided like lead the way.
Don't think that's what it means. I mean, we can't get both of them over there, is the other thing. So I think that's orange. Which, again, doesn't make much sense, but, you know. Here's reflected light. The direction it goes depends on the color. Must be some advanced refraction principle in play. Good thing this dam is here, otherwise your house would be getting waterlogged in addition to being stuck on top of a huge balloon in a pit.
We have to try and blow up the dam.
We have
That's-
to explode. We have to bomb Hoover Dam.
We have to bomb the Hoover Dam. What if we just wait for all the rain to start filling up areas, and then
Yes, of course. Classic
wait.
puzzle design.
we wait. Wait. That's hitting the switch now.
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh shit.
Because
There was something so easy this entire time.
Yeah, it was so
Just
easy.
about. there it
The
is.
seed pod's been released, leaving behind an empty husk. Will it reach Skaya? You suppose
Yeah,
you'll
the
never
skull.
know.
It's not. No, go
You
back.
missed
It's
the
on
skull.
there. Right.
The skull?
it's
On the
funny
the
because
skull.
the iguanas lived on Jade's island, and then she carved Jake into the thing.
There we go.
Yo, a Bootenbuck! You do a little
Yo.
dance. Proceed to the next page.
All of
Boy.
that.
You
Boy,
verify
I
whether or
should-
not you made it to the end of the game as shown above. If not, you decide to consult the walkthrough for guidance.
There was a walkthrough the
God
entire
damn it.
time.
Jane, proceed.
But now we feel accomplished because we did it. We didn't need any help.
We did it. We did do
We-
it.
No, more puzzles!
No.
No.
God damn it.
Answer Dirk's autoresponder? Looks like you're getting the hang of these puzzles. Nice work.
Thank you. That last skull was a doozy, to be honest.
Yeah, I guess if you have a human brain, sure. Personally, I've already solved all conceivable skull puzzles for all possible skull states, which is a thing that's like no big deal for me.
Har har. Hey, I thought you couldn't see me once I left the house.
I can't, not through the server's viewport, but I can still monitor your progress through little Sebastian. He and I are linked the hell up cyberwise. We're so tight like you wouldn't believe.
Oh yeah?
It's like he is the incredible... It's like he is the Incredible Hulk's pants, and I am his monstrous package yearning to bust loose.
Why? Why?
Jane, it seems... It seems there's way bigger than average probability that you do not want to discuss God damn it, I can't...
Say the line!
It seems there is a way bigger than average probability that you do not want to discuss Bruce Banner. It seems there is a way bigger than average probability that you do not want to discuss Bruce Banner's megalithic damage schlong.
That figure would be sitting pretty at 100%.
Holy shit, some of my circuits exploded. That number was intense to robo-consider.
Okay, let's stop talking about stupid things for a minute. What a completely absurd environment for our typical blithering discourse. I am hot on the prowl for more clues about this strange and mysterious land.
Haha.
What?
I don't know, just haha to that.
Anyway, I think I'm getting closer to finding where my house went. Then I can reunite with my dad, and together we can sleuth this great big pickle off of a planet.
Didn't. Well, the good news is your house should be just ahead if you keep following the trail.
Yes, I knew it.
The bad news is your dad's not there anymore.
Oh no.
I guess he got antsy and left to explore. Maybe he's looking for you. Tried to block him from leaving with some furniture, but the dude was having none of it.
Golly, why did he have to leave? This really complicates matters. I hope he doesn't get lost.
Don't worry, we'll find him. I'll have sub search within a likely radius. That little guy's fast.
Yes, good idea.
In the meantime, you'd better go find your house. We aren't making any progress in this game without it. It's kinda central to the gameplay, you know? If you need Sub to do anything from afar, just message me and I'll give him the orders, got it?
Got it, thanks.
Something's clogging the hole. Remove it? You got your dad's hat. Looks like it got sucked into one of the air holes. Luckily, he always keeps some spares in his wallet, but this means he came by this way earlier. Oh boy.
Oh boy, more puzzles.
Message autoresponder to tell little Seb to rotate the lanterns?
Yeah, at least this time we don't have to keep walking back and forth.
Yeah, I know, right?
Autoresponder, why couldn't you have told us this, like, 5 minutes ago?
Jet stream of air flows out of the hole, pushing the balloon higher, but not high enough. Gotta try something else. And then we could get blue in
Rotate
here.
it again.
Oh!
Oh no! Well, that was the opposite of what
The
we
waterfall
wanted.
pushes your house down, connecting the seed pod with its husk. Ah, man, everything in your house is probably getting soaked. Now...
Oh, we gotta probably rotate it a bunch now. Oh, I connect it so it would get more air in there. Okay.
I mean, that was at least, like, a pretty simple puzzle.
Now, yeah, it was just rotate one. It was just activate switch, rotate 2 more times.
Your house is finally resurfaced. You retrace your steps back home. Sadly, your father will not be waiting for you there. Still, better to regroup before you go off looking for him.
Make us walk all the way back.
Um.
Oh no. Oh no.
Excuse me?
Oh,
I not tell you?
What? Why? Why are you here?
It seems I forgot to inform you guys of this guy's presence.
A friendly clown welcomes you to Loka. It seems he would like to be your guide. Will you let him be? Fuck no.
No.
Nope.
Like,
We're
ah,
done.
too bad.
Anyone but him.
Elevator stuck.
You cautiously approach your new guide. Wait, you said you didn't want him to be your guide? The friendly clown strongly advises you to reconsider. You do not reconsider. You ask him who he is, but he maintains his cryptic, serene expression in perfect silence. You give it some thought to sidling away from the awkward encounter and going inside when the clown finally speaks up. He wants to know if you would like to buy these motherfucking potions. You examine the clown's wares with due skepticism. He assures you that all of his wicked elixirs are motherfucking magic and all that. The clown sure likes to say motherfuck a lot. It is making you feel uneasy. What's he got? Bronze potion. The clown says one sip of this potion will cause you to lose the use of your legs. However, you will become an excellent kisser. A trait that is more than motherfucking fair, he says. Personally, you think someone would have to be suicidal to drink that heinous brown liquid.
Oh no.
Absolutely not. The clown appears crestfallen, then counters with another offer. Buy 1 bottle, get 1 free. You scowl at him as if he is quite mad. He gets the picture. You're not interested. He then gives you a few bottles of the stuff and says he'll just put it on your tab, no worries. Fuchsia potion. This lovely looking potion is supposed to have powerful healing properties, a must-have in the inventory of an up-and-coming maid of life. You don't want it, but the clown
no.
really thinks you should take at least one of these handy elixirs. He won't take no for an answer. You say fine and buy a few just to shut him up.
Wonder where he got these.
Indigo potion.
No.
He says this potion will make you strong. You guess it would be pretty handy to be strong, except that it's probably bullshit and the potion doesn't do that at all. He looks taken aback that you could refuse such a valuable commodity. He says, no, you gotta buy this motherfucking shit. It's the hottest fucking noise since a big titty ninja. Okay, whatever you say, clown. Here's your stupid boon dollars. Gives you like 50 of these things? Jesus Christ. Olive potion. This gross-looking pea soup elixir is touted as a powerful love potion. Just sneak a few drops into the beverage of your object of affection and he or she will fall head over heels for you. Literally, in the event that your sweetheart-to-be is decapitated. You're very wary of this claim, of course, but you guess it couldn't hurt to have one bottle on hand. You refuse, but the clown spots the look of longing in your eye and knows a love-struck lady when he sees one. This kind fellow gives you one olive potion on the house. You blush a little and say thank you. Violet potion. This potion is to be imbibed by anyone who wants to exhibit unabated lust for all he or she encounters, as well as to behave like more of a douchebag. You wonder why anyone would want that. He gives you a sly wink and says nothing more. You say no thanks, but he asks you if you want to buy it anyway. You ask him if he's flipped his friggin' cod piece. Of course you don't want it. He says, but you must. He insists. He gives you 20 bottles for free. Then he says that'll be whatever 420 times 20 boon dollars is. You let out a heavy sigh, say fine, and fork over the money. Cobalt potion. He claims this potion endows its drinker with incredible luck. Then he does a stupid-looking jig on your fridge, clicking the heels of his dumb elf shoes. You find that a bit hard to swallow, not just because it's implausible, but because the blue muck is straight up nasty. He doesn't get the joke.
I hate all of this.
In a motion so swift you didn't even follow, he grabs your hand, pushes a bottle of cobalt into your palm, and closes your fingers over it. As you begin to object, he puts his fingers over your lips and whispers, "Shoosh, that'll be 420 motherfucking boonies, yo." Gold potion. This sickly mustard goo is supposed to make your hacking skills go bananas, like you would ever care about that. He says not so fast though, for its benefits are twofold. It also makes a pretty killer substitute for grub sauce in a pinch. You tell this clown to go take a long walk off a short cliff. He pretends not to hear you and restates his offer. You're getting kind of fed up with this idiot, so you purchase yet more useless bottles of liquid. Are we done here, bro? Good grief, look at that. Look at that magnificent cod piece. It is absolutely transfixing. You don't want to stare, but how it arrests the eye. It's hard to look away, but you somehow find the wherewithal to pry your eyes from its prodigious heft. The clown catches you staring, and his smile broadens a bit. The first question that pops into your head while examining this fellow, of course, is where did he get that outrageous outfit? You don't really have the gumption to ask, but if you had to take a wild guess, you're almost certain the answer would be hand-waved away with the word shenanigans. See, look, he's waving his hand preemptively as if reading your mind. Truly, this clown is wise.
Oh, I hate all of it. Oh, no.
Okay, what the fuck are you going to do with all these stupid potions? Talk about buyer's remorse. You've had enough of this vulgar clown and his pushy potion peddling. You don't want him to be your guide, and you politely ask him to leave your property. Gamzee, retrieve contraband from Chest of Whimsy. The clown says he can all motherfucking abide about that. He doesn't want to get his step onto any motherfucking toes. But he says if he's not going to be your guide, you gotta at least have someone as a guide to all guide you on your way through this quest of miracles. He tells you to hold your shit while he retrieves something from his Chest of Whimsy. Oh no, is this? You say, you mean the refrigerator? He acts like he didn't even hear you.
Oh, no.
No!
No.
What
No.
the fuck?
Ah.
Why?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Jane,
Oh.
say hello to your new guide.
Oh, no.
What the fuck?
So
God!
here's
What
the
am I
question.
looking at?
No!
Oh,
Why?
this is... Oh,
Here's
my
the question.
nightmares.
What do we do about this?
you two, rock, paper, scissors. Or to talk at the same time.
That would be
That was
impossible
my
to
plan.
coordinate over Discord.
True that. Oh, God, this is horrifying.
Oh, God.
What if you just take turns, like, reading every
Well,
other
I don't
line?
have a voice for Vriska, and Raven has a voice for Tavros. So do we want it to be interesting, or do we want it to be just me speaking?
Is it gonna be me?
Raven, you think
Huh?
you got some way to combine those?
I could do a higher pitched Tavros than what I already do. Maybe.
Make it like a I don't even know. Why are
I
you
knew this
doing
was coming
this
up.
to us,
I would
Dusty?
have gotten my voice mod updated and working, and I would have made a voice for it. We're out of luck now, I guess.
Oh,
If we
boy.
can't do a voice, I can always try to find a voice mod to work for it. some bit of weight.
AI generated.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
What?
generated.
The fuck happened? My personality is just absolutely fucking inconsolable.
Ah! Ah!
No, 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 no. You have to undo this somehow. Are you listening to me, clown? And whoever the fuck you are, make me stop being this thing.
Okay, I'm sorry for screaming there. That fellow over there caught me quite off guard with this, stunt. You seem quite upset. I think we should all try to calm down and figure out what to do. Yes. Well, first of all, my name is Jane. Pleased to meet you. What's yours?
My name is nothing. I'm stuttering, repellent, unholy abomination.
Oh dear.
You have to no idea. You have no idea how fucking much I hate myself right now.
Hello?
Did I not go through?
It didn't go through.
Quiet, you. This is all your fault. Look at what you've done.
Shut up! I hate you both. I hate everything. I hate the way I faltery speak out my jumbled thoughts. I hate how I bang out the things I say. Sometimes I don't even know which parts of myself are hating which things. So I just hate everything.
Hey, clown, can't you do something? This poor creature shouldn't exist.
Ah! Ah!
Tavris slowed. Hello?
Oh shit. Okay. Catmos, this fucking sucks.
What?
What do you mean, what? For starters, the completely horrible shared body resurrection bullshit that just happened. You were there, remember? That's kind of the point.
Oh yeah. I don't know. It wasn't so bad. I think maybe we were overreacting about being one person.
Overreacting my ass. What a nightmare. It's still making my ghostly skin crawl just thinking about it.
No, I think I've decided you're being unreasonable. It was cool being alive again for a while, as a strange, unsettling mutant. If we didn't explode ourselves so fast, it could have been an adventure, maybe.
Oh, sure. That's easy for you to say. You weren't the one getting the short end of the shared personality stick. Maybe if your personality was as much an upgrade to mine as mine was to yours, I would have been cool with it too.
You might be right. It was pretty neat.
What?
Getting to feel all the amazing self-esteem you get to feel. I didn't really know what it felt like. I most only knew what the pretend kind was like. So, thank you for letting me feel that, I guess.
You're welcome. Now that you mention it, maybe there was a silver lining to this freak show. Someone else finally got a chance to feel firsthand how great it is being me.
Yeah, it must be pretty great overall. So, aside from being partially me, briefly, how have you been?
Okay, mostly dead.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, hey, sorry about that, by the way.
About what?
About killing you. It wasn't very cool of me.
Alright, I almost forgot that it even happened.
How could you forget? Haven't you been pissed off at me about it?
No, I mean, it was pretty much my fault, I think. I attacked you with my bogus self esteem, and I paid the ultimate price.
No, you idiot. That's not what happened at all. I stabbed you through the chest because I was being a huge bitch.
I mean, it was a long time ago, but that's not really how I remember it.
Stop being so stupid. That's so stupid.
No, you're stupid.
You're such a pain in the ass when you're dead. Let's just agree it was my fault and drop it.
No, but okay.
Man, being dead is such a drag. I don't know if I can deal with this shit anymore.
I think it's alright.
Oh, come on, it's so boring. What a completely pointless and hollow existence this is. If the existential malaise wasn't bad enough, now I have to continually watch out for that fucking orange guy.
Orange guy?
The orange guy, haven't you seen him?
No.
Run! Well, there's an orange guy.
You mean the bird version of Dave?
No, not Dave Sprite. It's just some random pointless orange guy who's been hassling me for some reason. I can't catch a break. If that weren't enough of a nuisance, we've apparently got to deal with getting yanked out of the afterlife without a moment's notice by someone who's owing a codpiece. Participate in his grotesque body fusion pranks. Between you and me, I'm starting to think we are getting jerked around here, you know? Some explain. Okay, my brain just fucking died. Yeah, I know we're trying to figure out that word because for the life of me, I can't figure it out.
Inexplicable.
That's what I thought it was. For some reason, my brain said, fuck you. Some inexplicable forces out there are fucking with us. They are doing everything in their power to make sure that when we're not being totally humiliated, we are staying completely irrelevant. We can't let them toy with us and then just sweep us under the carpet like that. I'm not going to let our relevance be marginalized anymore, Tavros.
What are we gonna do?
I think it's time to start fucking some shit up.
Oh no.
Like, oh yes, I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of being dead and useless and bored, and I'm not going to take it anymore. You're with me, right?
No way. I like being dead. I like it how there's no responsibilities or problems, usually.
Tavros, this is the lamest thing I've ever heard you say, which is really saying something.
Yes, it is.
You've got to quit the loser attitude and get your ass out of the sand. That's just your low self-esteem talking again.
Yes, I know.
Going to have to insist you're going to join me, and together we are going to fuck shit up.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes, I will definitely cooperate with you wholeheartedly. Damn it. Okay, fine.
Jake,
Yay.
proceed to time capsule. You cannot proceed to the time capsule because you were lying on the floor unconscious. While descending deep into the ruins, a sudden earthquake jammed the elevator on its way down, causing you to take a nasty spill to the floor below. Luckily, you were wearing your trusty skull top, preventing a more serious concussion. You nevertheless lost consciousness and attempt with all your might to regain it. Jake, regain consciousness. You fail to regain consciousness. Years in the past, but centuries in the future. Jake, respond. Happy 13th, bro. Have something for you.
Oh no. You're too kind of me. What is this?
It's no big deal. Since it's nothing, I wasn't planning on giving you anyway. Just sort of happened to finish it today.
I think I catch you here. So, my new tin comrade finally gets a head on his shoulders, eh?
Yeah, assuming I can actually send it today without another untimely paradoxification. If not, then hey, you get a sick grill full of birthday slime instead.
Oh, hell no. Hell no, man. Well, listen, if you're gonna send something to me, slime or otherwise, can you please at least not make that shit appear directly over my head this time? The last thing I need on my birthday is another installment of, and I quote, man, bro. Man, bro, theater.
Yo,
I
can,
probably
can
butchered
someone can someone send that line to the out of context Homestuck Tumblr account? You still don't actually know what that means, do you?
Not really. It's your friggin' figure of speech, man. I kinda just means getting slimed like in Ghostbusters or something.
Kinda. I told you to look it up.
Yeah. I'm a busy fella, Dirk. Wikipedia is a lot of letters to type in and think for a man of action on the go. Always doing adventures, remember?
That is such bullshit. You sit in your little jungle globe watching movies all day.
Well, yes, but okay, I have a lot of movies to bone up on. There are so many good ones I still haven't seen.
You think literally every film you watch is a masterpiece. I've never felt so much vicarious shame through someone else's atrocious taste in awful garbage.
Screw you. I have impeccable standards. It's just there's so much good stuff out there, and I've really been on a roll with my picks lately.
Do you even hear yourself, dude? Your picks are everything, and lately is always.
Yes, I hear myself just fine. I hear a discriminating gentleman's melodious voice, and it strikes my ears with violence of me. Say, here's one I'm pretty excited about. Have you heard about this Avatar Jam? It's coming out next year.
You mean the blue furry shit?
No, man, this is not blue furry shit. Far from it. Get this. It is about this paralyzed fellow who is down on his luck and longs for adventure, and he finds it. But he's far away on an enchanted planet, rich with coveted treasures. Adventure is not all that he finds. Oh no, he also finds a beautiful blue woman from the wild teaches him the ways of her savage culture and also the ways of alien love. Together they frolic in the forest while sharing primal intimacy through magical sexual escapades. What's so funny, wise guy?
To borrow from one of the more benighted To borrow from one of the more benighted sectors of your zeitgeist, that was so gay.
Excuse me, but I failed to see what possibly be gay about such elegant men and women having really spiritual intercourse with their tails or something.
Well, yeah, obviously not literally. Jake, where I'm from, that word hasn't been used as a pejorative or even much at all in a really long fucking time.
You're from friggin' Texas, aren't you?
Yes, but not exactly.
Ugh, being such a cryptic troll all the time. Anyway, Avatar looks spectacular, and I think my preemptive review was spot on. The bloody end.
Okay, but what you just said about those furries was gay as hell. It's time to face the facts.
You're just treating my great taste in flicks to your aloof hipsteria disdain as usual. You don't know anything about the movie. Maybe you'll like it.
Nah, I saw it already. That movie sucked the smelliest shit from the ugliest butt. Sorry, man.
Well, now I know you're just trolling. It won't be out for another year.
Right. Here, let me send you the rest of this robot already. You spend too long alone on that island as it is. I kinda worry about you. Man can only spend so much time in the middle of the damn ocean with nothing but pop cultural detritus and his own thoughts to keep him company.
Alright. I hope it won't be as difficult to finish building as the rest was to assemble.
No, just screw the thing on and it's ready to go.
Capitals. Scoot that noggin my way and you're ready then.
Hold up,
You're ready.
I need to look something up.
I would just like to mention that the Avatar movies are great. I don't know what the
They are
with the blue
fantastic.
people, not the Last Airbender movie. That shit can die in a hole.
By the way, this conversation goes on for nearly 40 pages.
Yeah, we ain't gonna have anyone about that.
Jesus Christ.
It ends
40
on
minutes.
4877.
Jesus,
I mean, we're already taking a break here anyway, right?
we're gonna be
How can Hussey write 30 pages of dialogue for
wanted
two
to-
characters?
I wanted to check. Avatar was already out by the time this page released. Oh, cool, it worked. Oh, shit.
Are we waiting for Raven to get back, or?
I mean, I read my line.
Yeah. You nerd. He's got your slick Japanese spectacles and everything. Why is some middleman before me, or is it none other than Dirk Shatter himself in my room?
One thing at a time, bro. I haven't quite figured out a way to get myself over there yet.
It almost sounds like this is something you've given some thought.
Okay, well, I don't know what you're implying there, but why don't you snap that sucker on the torso and fire it up?
Affirmative. I continue to boggle vacantly at your technical shenanigans. Your knack for gadgetry. I can't English. Gadgetry seems to surpass even my grandma's, and she was like this big time gizmo legend. How do you even do this stuff?
I guess from your perspective, I must seem hells of overpowered in a bunch of ways, which I kind of am, like with a ninja sword, I'm basically nuts, okay?
If you say so, buddy, I can believe it.
Yeah, but when it comes to building stuff, you're probably overstating things. Like, for example, if you told someone 100 years ago you could build a computer, they'd probably be like, whoa, shit, look at this fucking genius. Well, actually, first of all, they'd say, what's a computer? I only know what horses and diseases are and shit like that. Once you actually tell them what computers are, Jesus, dick, you're a wizard. But from your perspective, you know it's not a big deal to build a computer. You just go online and buy a case and a motherboard and some other shit and put it all together. It's not like you're smelting the goddamn silicon in your basement and making chips in your hermetically sealed dust-free garage.
Yeah, but come on, it's not like you're from a century in the future.
Well, no.
Nor am I. A quaint man from the past. Pardon me, do I sound like some trolley car bellwether toiling in the heart of the mustache belt from the rough and tumble year of 1909? So
He
where were
said unironically.
Give me some credit, man, and some to yourself as well. You were too modest about all this robotics noise.
I don't know. I have a lot of time to work on stuff, I guess. There are a lot of irons. You know where they are? Here's a hint. It's a pretty hot place.
The kitchen?
Sure, I keep some irons there too, but most of them are in the fire.
Oh, of course. Fire is quite notoriously the hottest thing there is. A tip-top local for a whole mess of irons.
True that. I actually have so much to do and think about. One of my current projects hopefully will address that very issue. Gonna make an AI replica of my own mind. It can share some of the load, as well as make a decent intellectual sparring partner, ideally. Not that my conversations with you aren't uniquely rad, but you know what I mean.
See, again, I think you're downplaying a pretty neat accomplishment if you ask me.
We'll see.
Does that mean I'll have to deal with two Dirks? One who is more machine than man, and the other who is a computer programmer who made...
That's a super joke, but I'm guessing you won't be hearing much from the program. Probably won't play a significant role in either of our lives. I have my doubts it'll be a successful project, but who knows?
I'd wager a tidy sum the results of the endeavor will be sensational. I believe in you.
You do?
Sure, bro, I always have. You have helped me out a lot and been a good friend for ages. What?
Well, I wasn't sure about doing this today, but if it's true that you do believe in me, then I guess, fuck it, why not?
Why not? What?
I guess call it an extra birthday present, but instead of a present that's awesome, consider it more like a weird confession that may change the way you feel about me.
Whoa, Dirk, are you, saying what I think?
What? What do you think I'm saying here?
Never mind. Sorry for interrupting. Should I sit down for this? I don't know what to do. Wait, I already am sitting down. Maybe I should stand up.
No, just chill out. Stand up, sit down, whatever. Here's the thing. You know all these painfully obvious hints I've been dropping that always seem to be flying over your head?
Maybe? I think I need a towel or something.
About me being from the future.
Oh yes, I think so.
Well, those weren't jokes, it's true.
What? Oh man, are you actually serious?
Yes.
So, like, you're from a century in the future?
No, more like 4 centuries. The year 2422, or as we say contemporarily, 411 PC, post-condescension.
Wow, I must say, this is the announcement. This is not the announcement I was expecting. So, you are a time traveler from 2422 here to help me build robots or something?
No, I can't time travel. I can only send things through time occasionally. I actually live here in the future alone in my apartment. I can send messages to you in the past, though, like I'm doing now.
How?
Years ago, our alien friend sent me a special chat client. It's basically just PesterChum with some sort of alien technology embedded. It's specifically wired to communicate with your time period. As hours go by for me, the time it sends messages to also increments by the same amount, so we communicate in lockstep, as if we both existed in the present. She said it was important for Roxy and I to begin communicating with you and Jane. This is how we all became friends.
Wait, you and Roxy?
Yeah, she lives in the future too, though we live nowhere near each other. I asked her to refrain from telling either of you. I wanted to be the one to let you know, to wait for the right moment.
Holy fucking mackerel. That's amazing.
So, you really are trusting me about this? Just like that? No second thought?
Well, yeah, sure, man. Why not? Wait, it's not a prank, is it?
No, this would be a very shitty and boring prank. I promise it isn't.
Then, heck yes, I believe it to freaking pieces. It's an awesome thing to be true. So what's the far-flying future like? Some sort of crazy robo paradise?
Not quite, but there are definitely robots.
Oh man, what are your movies like in the future? I bet there are some real cinematic humdingers, like holographic stuff or shit you plug directly into your brain pod, right? Wait, do you have brain pod? Right?
No, we don't have brain pods because those aren't a thing. You just made that up. And there are no movies in the future. There are no humans either. They all went extinct. Roxy and I are the only ones left as far as we know.
Well, shit, Dirk. This story got so much less awesome. Is it too late to backpedal on believing it before I start to cry?
Nah, dude, it's too late. Tears ahoy. This motherfucker gets sad. Do you want to know what happened?
Sure do. Let me just finish putting the steel melon on my robot, and then I'm all ears.
Jake, complete brobot. Oh, well.
There, he's finished. Look at this. Look at this spanking iron friend from the future. He is perfect. Oh shoot, Dirk. He just got blurry and disappeared. What the actual fuck?
Don't worry, that's normal. Upon activation, he goes into stalking mode.
Stalking mode?
Yeah, he'll stalk you in the jungle and strike when your guard's down.
What? That's crazy. Why would I want that?
Didn't you want someone to get in scrums with?
Well, yeah, but man.
He'll give you all the scrums you can handle. Trust me, this will sharpen your combat skills.
I guess you're right. I was just picturing a little good, honest, rough housing. Why does the whole thing have to sound so sketchy and nerve-wracking?
Do you want to hear my grim tales of the apocalypse or not?
Yes, you're right. Let's put issues of fisticuffs aside for now. Tell me everything about the future. So how does humanity fuck up? Is it a nuclear holocaust, or is it robots? Gotta be the robots, right? As per the Terminator?
Nah, it's more of a gradual decline in population than that due to an insidious power grab by an aquatic alien empress.
Oh, the old alien overlord story? Got it. What does she show up? When did she show up?
She's already there in your time period, hiding in plain sight. She has been for anywhere between 50 and 100 years. She's the Baroness of Crocker Corp, Jane's company, but of course Jane has no idea. The Baroness has been using subtle strategies to manipulate the human population through her company for a long time. November 11th, 2011, she finally made her presence known to the world along with her agenda for global domination.
Geez, that's pretty scary. So in a few years she'll be in charge of everything?
No, not quite. That's just when the world finally sees her for the threat she is. She would continue to gain power by exploiting various institutions and the media from within. It would take the next several decades for her to claim the throne as Earth's absolute ruler. Her march to domination was facilitated by a number of scumbag sympathizers and opposed by a few brave rebels, including my ancestor, Roxy's too. I think your ancestor qualifies as one too. In fact, I'm sure she must have been the first member of the covert opposition movement.
My grandma? I don't remember when I was very young. She would tell me stories of the wicked woman who raised her. Was she the evil alien?
Yep, that's a whole story right there, most of which is shrouded in rumor and urban legend. But before I get sidetracked by any of that, I'll try to cover the big picture to give you a sense of all the batshit lunacy that followed the Sea Hag's power play. Nobody at the time knew what the fuck she wanted to accomplish or what her actual motives were, but in retrospect, it became clear she was trying to essentially restore the conditions of her old homeworld, which she used to rule over as well. She began instituting these crazy laws. First of all, people weren't allowed to reproduce. She found our usual method of procreation revolting, and anyone who engaged in it was punished by death. But she still needed an ongoing population of subjects to abuse, so to propagate the race, she set up this weird system. At random intervals, every citizen would be required to supply the genetic material to drones. That DNA would be collected and combined in some way. Many years later, long after the original donors had died, clones would be spawned from their DNA, so no one would ever be able to know who their parents were or be able to trace their lineage. It was only through a bit of good fortune that Roxy and I were able to discover who our ancestors were.
They were the rebels you mentioned. Are they alive right now? I mean, in my time.
Yes.
Oh, I'm very curious about them, and also my grandma.
I'll get to them, don't worry. Anyway, her imperious condescension turned out to be especially cruel to her human subjects. I'm sure her rule was no picnic on her homeworld, but I think she resented humans' biological incompatibility with the ideal empire she envisioned and became frustrated. Humanity wasn't even really her first choice for rule. There were reports that she attempted to clone members of her own species and replace the human population with them, but they all died.
What happened to them?
The rumors say it was her own pet who killed them. See, she traveled from her world to Earth in this huge red space arc. In it, she had gathered thousands of creatures from her planet, I'm guessing to save them from extinction. This more than anything has led me to speculate that some cataclysm happened on her homeworld and she moved on to greener pastures to rebuild her empire. She bred all these creatures in secret, increasing their numbers, preparing for her eventual takeover. Each monster, Lucis Naturae, was meant to be kind of a caretaker of the young. You can see where the dramatic schism between our species and hers begins, and also why she had a reputation for being quite insane. But she also happens to have this one humongous sea monster Lucis that's like her own personal bodyguard and kind of a secret weapon. But it turns out the thing is kind of an enigma, sort of a double-edged eldritch horror. As much in her service as it is calling the shots in some unfathomable way. Every time she tried to resurrect her race, it would slaughter them all psychically, as if it was keeping her ambition in check, or so the story goes.
Wait, these beasts tend to the young? I can tell you from first-hand experience that monsters are totally rotten at taking care of kids. They do a bang-up job of making them scared, though.
Exactly. The plan was beyond shitty.
So does that mean you and Rox were raised by these things?
Nope, it was a very short-lived experiment centuries ago. Humans just don't have the same evolutionary symbiosis with those things that her race had. Turns out a bunch of fucking alien monsters have no interest whatsoever in taking care of human babies. They mostly just wound up eating them, or at best just abandoning them. Later, she instated a lucidroid system to serve the same function, as she began phasing in more robotic solutions in favor of all this ill-conceived biotech nonsense that always did nothing but backfire. Even drones were replaced with robotic versions. I imagine they were just easier to produce and control since she'd given up hope of perfectly mirroring her own civilization in all its convoluted symbiotic glory. But not without a good fight, and not without taking her frustrations out on the human population. She attempted to enforce blood casting through efforts to genetically alter people's blood color. That was an ugly chapter. A lot of fucking people died from that debacle. Over the last 400 years, the population just got smaller and smaller from these atrocities piling up, but she clearly didn't give a shit. All the while, the amount of dry land kept shrinking due to the gradual flooding. Soon there was hardly anywhere left to live, and then that was that. No more people.
Damn, wait, flooding?
Oh, yeah, I probably should have mentioned this up front. One of the first things she did while in power was begin melting the ice caps. It took a while, but eventually the whole world flooded. That's how it is now. It's totally soaked up in this bitch.
Wow, like the epic Kevin Costner film?
Almost exactly, especially by the same degree of shittiness.
Oh man, does that mean you have to drink your own pee?
You get used to the taste. Welcome it even. That takes about 15 days in a row of hard piss drinking, though.
Ew, no dude, ew.
Relax, I don't drink any goddamn piss, okay?
Oh, okay, whew. I guess your Lucidroid thingy sees to it that you have fresh water?
Nope, those stopped being a thing a long time ago too, once humans went extinct.
Oh, I thought, well, who raised you then?
Nobody, man, I raised my damn self.
Jesus Christopher Crinklefunker. And here I thought I was rugged.
You're still pretty rugged, you're just a fucking dork about it.
That's true.
I guess I did have Cal looking after me. Let's not discount the rad service of the Seaman, okay?
Heaven forbid. And what about Roxy?
Pretty sure the Carapacians took care of her when she was young.
Wait, the what's it?
Right, another thing I forgot to mention, there are a lot of these humanoid creatures with hard shells, some black, some white. As humanity was dwindling due to an increasingly whimsical and unstable Condesce, she began introducing more of these Carapacians onto the scene.
Are they aliens too?
Sort of? They're definitely from other planets, so yeah, really the deal with where they came from is a whole other story for another time. But the bottom line is, at some point, somehow, she started herding a bunch of them from their homeworlds onto Earth and multiplying them. Something like 100 years ago, it became clear she favored these guys more than humans as her subjects. They're very loyal and seem genuinely dedicated to serving her. Must be what they were bred for. She still treats them like shit, though, unsurprisingly. All these colonies started sprouting up, like these modular cities floating on the water. Probably sounds cooler than it is, but they're basically slums. That's where they tend to live in large numbers. Roxy lives in one of those colonies. It's about 2,000 miles from where I am.
Good gravy. Those are exotic circumstances. And here I was thinking I had the most exciting and adventurous life. It turns out I'm just some chump on boring ass Monster Island in the silly old pre-apocalypse.
For what it's worth, I think it's got to be more interesting living in the 21st century than the 25th. Like, it's really no contest.
Probably right. I'd be really keen on talking to Roxy about this too. Very curious about her experience as a future lady with all the the hard shell folk. I must say, it turns my previous perception of your lives right on its friggin' ear.
Man, she would have loved to talk to you about all this. She hates keeping secrets. It's been killing her not to spill all these fucking beans way the hell prematurely.
Like, what is even your day-to-day business like in see Hitler's water apocalypse?
Well, I mostly shit around in my apartment all day, building stuff, reading about history, flipping out with my sword. Sometimes I go fishing and check out the underwater ruins. She does plenty of useless fucking around too, but at least she's got a neighborhood. She also uses one of her gadgets to gank vegetables and stuff from the past. She tries to feed the hungry neighbors whatever she can scrounge up.
Those are amazing stories. I'm so lucky to have friends like you. Oh snap, what about Jane? Have you told her?
Jane is. No, I haven't. I've dropped some hints and tested her willingness to believe something like this. It's just not gonna fly. It's way too much to drop on somebody all at once if they aren't receptive.
True, but it seems a shame to keep her out of the loop.
Well, tell her whatever you want. She'll likely think she's being fucked with. Personally, I wouldn't bother trying too hard to convince her. There's no point in alienating her. Someday she'll be ready to believe things.
Okay, wow, I still have so many questions. It's incredible that this is all going to happen right around the corner. I don't know if I'm ready.
Like I said, the changes will be a little more gradual than that, more clandestine. She'll exploit the fear caused by her revelation to the world to create intended reactions within governments and media, and her agents embedded on the inside will help nudge things in the direction she wants. Then, 20-some years down the road, without anyone suspecting a thing, she'll suddenly be in complete control, and Earth will be fucked.
I want to join the opposition. Fuck this witch. I have lots of guns and reckless bravado, and I want to stop her. I'll pick up where my grandma left off.
Well, aside from the main reasons that won't happen, which I won't get into, it still wouldn't be a good idea.
Horseshit. Why not?
Because people way better at this than you tried and died. You said you wanted to hear about our ancestors.
Heck yes, bro.
Well, how much do you actually know about your grandma? What have you read, and what do you remember?
My memory of her is pretty foggy. I do know she loved adventures just like me. That's why she was exploring this island and raising me here when she died. She was a fair markswoman and knew her way around an atom or two. Pretty sure her company made a tidy fortune until it went belly up. At least I still have a few of her knickknacks for keepsakes. And as you confirmed, she was raised by the evil Spencer. But then again, from some of the things my pen pal has said, it kind of throws some of these details into question, so I don't know what to think.
I don't know what the deal is with your pen pal either, and I'm not really prepared to speculate on that right now, but I'm privy to a shitload of historical data I can share. What's the last thing you remember about her?
It was the night I found her dead. She had gone off to study the ruins one day. I'm pretty sure that was her purpose on this island, to study the technology here and solve all the astonishing mysteries. She even built the big fancy house we used to live in, so I guess she really wanted to settle here for a while. But she didn't come home from her expedition for a couple days, so I started to get worried. I followed the trail we usually take to the lagoon while keeping my eyes peeled for monsters, but instead I found her laying there dead. I think a monster caught her off guard. Then there were 3 big fang marks in the body and a trail of blood along the path. It looked like she was trying to get home but couldn't make it before succumbing to the injury. But before I could even do anything about it, I heard an explosion. I looked back at the hill and my house was gone. There's a big poof of smoke where it was standing, so I lived alone in the jungle ever since.
Huh, I've wondered about all that.
Well, you never asked.
Oh, I know, I would have, but asking you about your past would have just been inviting you to do the same. You know how it goes.
Indeed.
But for the record, I don't think those were fang marks on the body, dude.
No?
Finish the story first. Then what?
Oh, there's not much more to it. I had to deal with Grandma's body. I'd have loved to give her a proper and dignified memorial like Jane's granddad got. God, Jane is so lucky every day in her household must be like weekend at Barney's. What a riot. I must be so jealous.
Yeah, what a fucking treat. Living room corpse party every goddamn day.
I know, right? Alas, I had to dispose of her body with haste so the monsters wouldn't eat her. So I just made a little campfire and burned it. I keep the ashes deep in the ruins which is where I think she liked it best. Hopefully, there isn't an earthquake or something that would knock the urn over in a predictable and hilarious fashion.
No way, man. I bet my bottom boombuck that shit's eternally safe. That earns like the Fort Knox of standing upright forever because of no accidents.
Yeah, so then after camping out the next day, I went exploring and found my room globe mostly intact sitting in the jungle, so that's where I lived since. And that's pretty much it. I sure miss my grandma though, and she was the best.
She was definitely very brave, if the stories are true. Downright audacious, I'd say.
What did you hear?
Well, like I said, she was raised by the Baroness. It was probably a worse childhood than either of us had. She wasn't related, obviously, and nobody's related to a damn fish alien, except other fish aliens, probably. She had an adoptive brother, too. Life must have been miserable for both of them.
Yes, I vaguely remember her mentioning him. Cripes, the thing she told me now that I think about it, she said the witch even killed her dog. Is that true?
I don't know, but wouldn't doubt it. There are other urban legends that she did a lot of experiments on animals and people, mostly to do with mind control, like figuring out ways to unlock all of her psychic alien potential to increase her power. Not sure if that's true or if it was actually successful, though.
So what you're saying is pretty much an unspeakably horrible thing she could have done, she probably did.
Yeah. Anyway, your grandma managed to run away when she was quite young. Maybe it was a traumatic event like dog murder that prompted her to flee, who knows. Whatever the case, her bro stayed behind. That guy must have been seriously immune to witnessing fucked up shit, because he went on to be a famous comedian. Real kindly old cornball. Nicer guy you couldn't hope to meet, they say.
Wow, must have been a hell of a guy.
So, you're not making any connections there.
Where, huh?
Famous comedian, about the age of your grandma, inheriting the family name of the Baroness. Not ringing a bell?
What are you talking about, Dirk? Stop speaking ridiculous and in riddles and keep telling the story. I'm on tenor hooked here.
Okay, well, it's not like it's that important, just a super obvious thing that'll probably occur to you later when you're looking in the fridge you don't have, at which point you'll feel like an idiot.
Oh my god. You can be one peak motherfucker. Just clue me in, bro.
Nah, it'll be funnier this way.
Strider!
Moving on. That kid kept the family name, but obviously your grandma didn't. She must have held a grudge against the Baroness her whole life. She started by taking a different name she knew would stick in her craw.
Oh, I remember this. I believe she said the witch used to be married to a terrible man named English. So because that witch really hated the guy, she took on his name as sort of a big ol' fuck you to the woman.
That's probably close to the truth, but it sounds like the kind of story an old lady tells her young grandson in a way you would understand, or at least wouldn't scare the shit out of him. What I've read is something much more sinister, as usual. There's supposedly only one thing the Baroness fears, and your grandma learned of this somehow. It wasn't an ex-husband, though, it was her superior. Some kind of demon or another alien, no one really knows, but he went by the name English. He's supposedly even more brutal than she is, if you can believe that.
I'm named after a demon. What kind of demon is named English anyway?
What kind of alien is named Crocker? It's probably just a name he stole from someone else like the Baroness did.
I guess it's kind of cool being named after a demon who's so scary even the witch is afraid of him.
Yeah, well, your grandma thought so. Everything she did in life thereafter seemed to be an effort to piss off the Batter Witch, like starting a competing tech company heavily branded in a way that was presumably intended to remind the Baroness of her boss, like with skulls and garish colors and shit. The dude's some kind of skull monster, I guess?
I love skulls.
I know. It was definitely brave on her part, but ultimately it got her a bankrupt company, a blown-up house, and a fork through the torso for her trouble. But she must have been the first to understand how dangerous the Baroness was while acting in covert opposition. Others would follow and continue to, as of now, in your time period.
These are your ancestors?
Yeah, mine and Roxy's were among them.
Any I've heard of?
Of course, all these fuckers are totally famous, obviously.
Oh, sure, obviously.
We've talked about the guy I'm genetically derived from a lot, actually. Like, you know, every time I've ever talked about my bro.
It sucks, of course. With all your future mindfuckery, you made me completely forget about your vanted Hollywood sibling. I should have asked where he fit into this picture if you were raised alone. I can be dumb as a bag of penny candy sometimes.
Sometimes. Other times you're on point, like a bag of the nickel shit.
Whoa. Now those are the sweets kept in reserve for millionaires. Such flattery.
Okay, what we're saying stopped meaning anything, so I'll continue.
Right. So then he was never actually your bro?
Nah, that's just kind of how I view him. Mulan took a more maternal view of her ancestor.
The lady who wrote all of the Drury Wizard books, I presume?
Yeah, the Coddle series. Ever read it?
No, I tried. It's too depressing and also kind of impossible to understand. I told Roxy I liked it, though. I didn't want to hurt her feelings, so don't say that I said that. I think I'll wait for the movies to come out, and I bet I'll like those better.
You don't say.
I do say, hey, you must have seen them. What being in the future? Are they any good?
They are not.
Phooey to that. Like I even believe you.
The books are pretty interesting, though, if somewhat dense. They're supposedly heavily allegorical, veiled representations of cosmic events surrounding the witch and her boss and how all this came about. It's the kind of thing you wouldn't pick up on unless you were someone who understood what happened, like the Condesce, which was kind of the point. I think it was her way of letting the witch know, I'm on to you. In the early days of the resistance movement, they both opposed her more indirectly, through their art, like critics of tyrannical governments often used to. They had to be careful, didn't want to make big waves too early. My bro did this too with his many fine films. Practically everything was a symbol for something, either in mockery of the Batter Witch or conveying some hidden message to its audience. Each film was always rigorously picked apart for its head-scratching symbolic meaning, but he managed to accomplish all that without ever compromising the purity of his ironic vision, which I think was admirable.
Fuck yes. The Savage Films rule? Screw the haters, that's what I say.
It's Sweeper and Hella Jeff, but yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm tired. Screw the haters. That's what I say.
You also say that about Weekend at Bernie's.
Man, that's a scandalous mischaracterization. Nobody hates Weekend at Bernie's. The Weekend at Bernie's film are generally regarded as so unremarkably mediocre, they don't even attract any trolls who care enough to shit on it. Believe me, I've tried to get in database with these people, or in debates with people about it.
Yeah, you pretty much touche'd the fuck out of that, but we are definitely in agreement about my bro's films as the masterstrokes they were. He just kept cranking them out too. He really stepped up production after 11/11/11, even though the cat was finally out of the bag. He was very dedicated to his craft.
Dang, I can hardly wait to see them.
Yeah, I wouldn't hold your breath about that.
Why not?
Man, fuck it. I'll just send you them. Just keep a lid on them. We don't need any weird causality shit rearing its head here. That would be dumb.
I will regard each glistening compression artifact with my life as if it's a jewel pilfered from a tomb.
Which was the last you saw?
Well, there was Sweeper on Hella Jeff, the movie. Sweeper on Hella Jeff, the film. Oh yeah, Sweeper on Hella Jeff, the movie. I think Sweeper on Hella Jeff, the movie is still in production, right? But honestly, I get confused about which particular misspelling is attributed to which film, or even if I'm getting the misspellings right.
The key to sorting it all out is to understand it doesn't actually matter. Through video streaming services, he would frequently set it up so that buying a certain title would ship you the wrong film, and often titles for movies were available for sale that just straight up didn't exist or would be sold for dollar amounts that made no sense, like $2.890.1, and sometimes buying a download would actually deposit money into your account instead of deducting from it. It was all part of the experience.
Your forebears were certainly entrepreneurial, if nothing else. I can get behind the idea of making a killing if it means I also get to be as good as doing adventures as I hope to be. Did they ever bring the battle to the witch's doorstep, or were the blows dealt strictly through public masquerades and theaters?
Yeah, they got pretty deep into the shit eventually. They were both very skilled combatants. I'm pretty sure she had some weird powers too.
Powers, you say?
Communion with occult forces, something like that. She knew things, had visions. It's why she was able to write those books, and more importantly, why Roxy and I were able to survive here.
How?
They knew we would be here someday, so they prepared for our arrival. I live in what used to be my bro's old apartment 400 years ago. The whole city's gone, but this one unit was somehow protected. He left some supplies for me here, like a lifetime supply of orange soda in the crawl space, along with a fuck ton of Sweeper and Ella Jeff merch. It was like discovering my own personal holocaust of bulbous jutting bottoms. Plus some weapons, some other gear, and a killer pair of shades. Roxy's mom used to live in her place too, and left some stuff she might need lying around. This was way before there were Carapacian colonies, though. I think her house must have been a kind of kernelized structure, like a potential colony, something built to undergo modular self-replication if activated. I'm sure her mom knew that. It's been a good way for Rox to blend in. I stick out like a sore thumb here, of course, but it hasn't really been a problem yet.
So, if they knew you would show up in the future someday and prepared for that, does that mean they also knew that they weren't going to be able to stop the witch?
Probably, but they went on fighting anyway.
Wow, that's brave and kind of sad.
Yeah, but wouldn't you?
Of course, you always go down guns blazing. That's what a hero does when he loves adventure and it has guns. If there if there's one thing movies have taught me besides the fact that guys using a corpse as a silly puppet is freaking hilarious, it is that fact.
It's not like the rebellion was totally futile. They took a lot of shit. They took a lot of shitheads down with them.
Who?
Sympathizers.
Ugh, just the thought of such scoundrels turns my stomach.
They should. In order for you to understand, I'll have to fill you in on the ridiculous final gasps of human civilization taking place over the several decades leading up to its absolute enslavement, the decades which immediately followed the rebranding. As I mentioned, Crocker Corp's rebranding on 3/11, as it was often referred to in the news, totally changed everything. It marked the beginning of a completely shameless downward spiral of Western civilization through a series of events that were probably hard to notice at the time, but quite glaring when evaluated historically. Though the Baroness made very few substantive gestures of aggression, the global fear of her looming threat would trigger all the changes she needed. Governments prepared for war, as if to defend against the invading alien armies she undoubtedly commanded. But of course, she had no army. She was the only one of her kind. Instead, the world powers were only setting about to build her armies for her. The media deteriorated into this preposterous circus that was in all practical ways inseparable from the power base and government institutions. Popular entertainers became dangerous demagogues, and their roles in the media blurred with those of executive authority. And the most dangerous were the ones who fed into the fear and hysteria most effectively. These tended to be plants, unscrupulous shills paid by the Baroness to move her agenda forward.
Dang, I would like to think I would not be suckered by their silvery tongues whenever they come along.
Well, the thing is, most of them are already on the scene in your time.
Who?
Ever hear of Guy Fieri?
No, I don't think so.
You're fortunate then. He was an especially degenerate piece of filth. He used his connections and guile to wriggle into the spotlight and then onto other positions of power. He somehow landed on the US Supreme Court. Over the years, other justices started mysteriously disappearing without being replaced. After helping rewrite the Constitution to form an incomprehensible patchwork of fascism, theocratic mandates, recipes, and bad rap lyrics, he weaseled his way up the ranks to become the High Chaplain of Interstellar War. I'm just gonna cut to the chase, because really this ain't a big history lesson here. He eventually came to be regarded as the third and final Antichrist. No other human in history was responsible for more death and suffering.
Is that Boris Kerr?
Yes, that's exactly the phrase I would use to describe someone responsible for the extermination of 5 billion people. It was just so uncivilized of him.
How could such an atrocity be allowed to happen? Was this personal magnetism really that overpowering?
Maybe overwhelming in the wrong direction, yeah, but it didn't happen overnight. It was a gradual decline in the integrity of the system that allowed it. Eventually, the wheels came off, and the political scene mirrored the absurdity of the media circus. By the time Presidents Jay and Dope were elected, Western civilization had officially fucked itself over forever, and I think everyone knew it.
Oh no, when does this happen?
2024, the last free election the world would ever see.
So, like, they were on the ticket together as president and vice president?
Nah, man, they were both president. They were the first dual presidents of the United States of America. Also the last. They were also the first and last Juggalo presidents. The Founding Fathers warned us about this, but nobody listened.
They did? Warn us about what exactly?
The mirthful executives. George Washington had prophetic nightmares about them. He tried to warn people and get language amended to the Constitution to prevent it, like forbidding the election of what he famously described as a pair of salty bards, or unruly jesters given to the sweet drink. But everyone just thought he toked too hard on colonial cannabis or whatever.
I'm not sure I follow. These are like clown presidents or such?
Yes, they were a shitty rap duo from your time, but they ran a hell of a campaign. By then, the Juggalo Party had gotten huge. While the numerous other candidates split the moderate vote, they retained a very energized and devoted base. You could say their party had a big tent.
Dirk, I really dislike the future you were describing.
Hey, me too. They were swept into office on a wave of Fago, and the presidential inauguration was the biggest gathering of the Juggalos of all time. They all hosed each other down on the White House lawn with shitty soda. The DC and the Capitol thereafter officially stood for Dark Carnival. Of course, their campaign was helped considerably by having support from the Baroness. In retrospect, people developed the impression that it was all a part of her sick sense of humor. There was this sense that she just loved the idea of delegating the extreme subjugation of the world's population to a pair of demented clown rappers. Some have speculated this was just another way she was attempting to resurrect her previous model of governance, though this seems kinda far-fetched to me. Who the fuck ever heard of an alien juggalo? To me, this is about as stupid as the crackpot theory you could get.
I still don't really know what a juggalo is. Do they juggle?
Don't worry about it. People were less prepared for a double juggalo presidency than they ever imagined. I'm not even going to get into all the horrifying details. Trust me, you just start to feel dirty reading about it. From the moment Fieri held up the Bible to swear them in, and the three of them proceeded to publicly defecate on it while freestyling rap lyrics, that was it. Everyone in the world watching it on TV just said, well, show's over. Civilization was pretty cool while it lasted. The next several grueling terms of their presidency was a weird combination of authoritarian practices. The Baroness used it as a puppet regime while still basically giving them carte blanche to carry out their idiotic whims. Fago was pumped through the plumbing instead of tap water. The new national pastime was having type 2 diabetes, and the national anthem was replaced by a 3-minute high reverb audio clip of President J farting into a microphone while laughing. Chaplain Fieri was authorized to set up the death camps in which anyone on the planet could be imprisoned if they were not deemed sufficiently mirthful, and so the cleansing began, priming humanity for its new ruler waiting in the wings. This was when our ancestors had enough. The resistance movement had failed, but they could at least bring their war criminals to justice. My bro finally caught up with the presidents and challenged them to a duel. They accepted, having for years regarded him as a cocky rival rapper who failed to show them the proper respect. In their arrogance, they invited him into the foul belly of the carnival, believing they could teach him once and for all what it truly meant to be down with the clown. For centuries thereafter, survivors of the Holocaust would cite the rooftop showdown as one of the most heroic moments in human history. He killed them both. Unfortunately, as they were only figureheads, no liberation followed. There would be no parades in the streets, or statues cast, or medals awarded. The few witnesses would report seeing only a man with a sword on a shitty skateboard gently rising into the night sky. No one ever saw him again.
The Unreal Air is back.
Meanwhile, Roxy's mom was tracking down the High Chaplain. His crimes had already been committed. She couldn't repay them by any stretch of the imagination, but she could wipe the blood-stained grin off that fat bastard's face. She gouged his eyes with a pair of needles, and rode his torso to the bottom of the bloody falls. Reports of what happened to our ancestors after that are sketchy. There were no eyewitness accounts I found, but some believe they regrouped and confronted the Condesce herself. With all her high-ranking officers dead and the human population decimated and sufficiently grim for her arrival, there was no reason to stay behind the scenes anymore. After those dreadful years of putting up with a more vulgar brand of authoritarianism, when she finally stepped forward to claim her throne, it actually came off as somewhat dignified, elegant in a way. She was no less severe, but at least she knew how to act like an empress. But even if they did manage to confront her, there was no way they could win. She had too many crazy alien powers. Her boss supposedly had jacked her power level through the roof. I even heard, and don't quote me on this, that she may have been over 9,000. Oh my god.
Oh, come on.
Heavens to Betsy. That figure is just absurd.
Yeah, that's not even to speak of the generic smorgasbord of other powers she was rumored to have. It's hard to separate the fact from the urban myth, but for reference, if you want to believe it all, just picture all the X-Men combined in one sexy fish woman in a skin-tight suit.
Whoa, mamas.
Whatever actually went down, they're surely both dead now, because it had to happen like that, though. There's no way the Condesce would allow us to be born within even a century of our genetic forebears. The thought of that was completely disgusting to her. But I really would have liked to be able to meet them. I guess some things would just be too awesome to ever stand a chance of happening.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Wait.
What?
Dirk, didn't you tell me at some point that you did find evidence the witch killed them?
As of now? No.
Are you sure? I swear I remember you saying something about that.
Wait a minute. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh god.
How could I have said anything like that before today? This was obviously the first time I mentioned any of this.
Oh, I'm just having the nuttiest deja vu thing going on now. I feel weird. I guess I am mistaken. Never mind.
Okay, I will disregard your anomalous observation for now and continue conversing as if it never happened.
Right, good plan. Anywho, that's a heck of a tragic and thrilling tale, Dirk. I'm still totally cockeyed and catawampus about it all. I don't even know what to think.
But you believe me, right?
Oh yeah, every word of it.
Wow.
Why shouldn't I? You're my friend and I trust you.
I still just think it's impressive is all. Even after all this time, you're pretty much a one-of-a-kind dude.
Not really. I just like believing stuff and believing in people. Wait, what do you mean?
About what?
When you said after all this time, you just told me.
Yeah.
Hang on. Ugh, the deja vu shit happened again. Okay, I'm sure we've had this conversation before. So many things are familiar. I remember you saying the one of a kind dude thing, and I remember saying the word catawampus and all of it. What's going on?
Took you long enough to figure out. Pages really are a slow burning class, damn.
Figure out what?
You're asleep.
Oh, that's right. I fell off the platform thing and I guess I got knocked out.
Yep.
So I'm dreaming?
Kinda. It's a dream bubble.
What's that?
Place in the infinite abyss where sleeping people can share dreams with each other while revisiting memories. Also where they can meet dead people.
So we were sharing our dreams together. Are you currently asleep too? Currently in the future?
No. Even if I was, I wouldn't visit a dream bubble. That only happens when your dream self's dead, like yours is. Mine is not.
I guess I understand. So what's the deal then? Wait, you said this is where they meet dead people too? Shit, Dirk, are you dead? Are you a ghost?
Nah, dude, chill, I'm fine.
Then what the fuck is going on? Who am I talking to?
Well, who are the people you talk to when you have a regular dream?
What?
Like just a boring, normal dream, and there's a person you're talking to. Who is that?
I don't know.
It's nobody, just a projection of your own mind. Dream bubbles don't always need to be shared by dreamers or dead people. You can go to sleep and wake up in one alone, reliving an old memory. Kind of like a normal dream until you remember it's just a memory, which is where we are now.
Okay, so I'm having like a lucid dreamy thing in a magic bubble, and you are just like a figment of my imagination.
Yeah, basically.
So I'm talking to myself. That's kind of stupid.
Well, yeah, but not quite. You could view me as a projection of the real Dirk within your mind, as expressed through all your thought patterns about him. So I'm kind of a splinter of his corporeal self who happens to live in your awareness. I'm a startlingly close approximation to the real thing for all intents and purposes.
Just how startling close are we talking?
I'm not gonna give you a bogus percentage like the glasses, because that's not my shtick, but pretty damn close.
Okay, that's fair. But, and there's something that feels kind of weird about this. You being in my head is a little messed up.
What's messed up about it? You're the one who put me here, with your intimate understanding of all his mannerisms and predilections, and a splintered existence is pretty much how he rolls. This is how shit is, bro.
Okay, I'm sorry for saying it's messed up, but it's still a bit frustrating that I've been trying to talk to you all day, but all I get is your pesky responder bedeviling me at every turn, and your friggin' robot punching me across the ocean and then throwing a weird tantrum and ripping his molecular heart out in front of me. And if that weren't enough, I tumble off the doohickey and knocked myself out, and now I'm strolling down memory lane with your fake brain ghost. It's like you're surrounding me from all sides with imitations of yourself, but never the real you. Cheese and fucking crackers. When do I just get to? When do I get to talk to the actual Dirk?
Jake, what do you even know about someone's actual self? What makes it actual? What is actuality?
What a horse shitty question. I don't know anything about actuality, I guess, but I have some philosophical horseshit when I dad blasted hear it.
I'm just saying, this isn't really your field of expertise. Dirk's the heart guy. He's the one walking the path of self even when he doesn't know it, like, right now.
But what does that mean? And how can you really be made of only the thoughts when I don't even know what you're talking about sometimes? Or when I didn't know some of the things you're telling me, like how about being in a dream bubble? How can I tell myself about that stuff through Brain Ghost Dirk?
Who says you don't know those things on some level?
I don't think I do. I have no business knowing those things.
Pages have a lot of untapped potential. That's practically all there is to the class, actually. But when they eventually find it, look out. And the ones who deal in hope, shit, man, I'm scared of you already, and I'm not even real.
Are you sure you aren't real? No offense, but I kind of get the same smartass vibe from you as I do from the responder. Like, har har, I have the same basic personality as Dirk, but without any accountability or anything. Let me just be kind of flippant and mess with this Jake fellow's head. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that's a surprisingly decent observation about me.
Yeah, see, I think I may be a little too good for a job brain cloning you. This is way too much like talking to the real fake Dirk. Holy cow, what a dumb sentence that was.
You did do a good job. A perfect job, in fact. Untapped potential, remember? I don't think one of Dirk's splinters could exist nearly as well in anyone's mind other than yours.
Well, that's just spiffy for me, but I'm starting to feel somewhat like I'm being haunted by you now. I just want to talk to my real buddy, and by real, I just mean the original guy.
What do you even want to say to him?
Oh, I don't know. It's not like you can keep any secrets from me here. I pretty much am your brain.
That was my line.
Oh, god damn it.
It's not like you can keep any secrets from me here. I pretty much am your brain.
Ah, I know, don't say that. It's so weird.
You do realize he's coming for you. Dirk, in the real world. The man has his designs.
Yes, I know.
You want to talk about it?
With you, no. It's like talking to him about it, which is like really jumping the gun, I think.
What better chance is there to try talking about it than with a stunt double for your hyper-aggressive suitor within the safety and privacy of your own mind?
But I can't yet. I just can't. There are some feelings I'm not sure how to put into words yet. And doing it in front of you, whether you're a stunt double or brain puppet or whatever, it just makes me feel uncomfortable.
So there are feelings you don't want to try to put into words even while you're dwelling entirely within the realm of your own mind.
Yes, what's so hard to understand about this?
What about the spider ghost?
Heh.
The girl you saw, when you got fucking clobbered by Dirk's robot and you passed out, you dreamed about a spider ghost alien girl.
Oh yeah, what about her?
You like her.
Man, what? That's dumb. I saw her for 3 seconds and she waved at me and I woke up.
Yeah, and it took all of 3 seconds for you to fall in love with the cute spider ghost.
Why do you keep calling her a ghost?
Because she's been dead for a zillion years, dude.
Oh, well. Holy shit.
That won't change the fact that you like her. Let's not pretend it will. You're gonna make things complicated for yourself.
No, I won't.
Yeah, you will. You're too fucking wishy-washy between Dirk, Spider Ghost, Jane. Man, poor Jane.
What? What about Jane?
You tell me. What was even the deal with that?
Our last chat ended on very pleasant and amicable terms. She was upbeat and chipper as ever. I failed to see the reason you might have to feel sorry for her.
Yeah, you totally read her like a book. Really, you handled that conversation like a champ.
Wait, didn't I?
Look out, bitches. It's Jake Casanova Lady Slayer English. He's packing heat and is frequently able to parse the literal meaning of things women say.
What are you getting at?
We're running out of time. She'll be here soon.
Jane?
No, doofus. Spider Ghost.
Oh, whoa. Whoa. Okay, where? Wait. She is? Oh, fuck.
Look at you, I'm telling you. 3 damn seconds of ogling an alien in a blue dress and you're completely hopeless. Stop fidgeting around like that. Your hair looks fine. Do you want me to tell you how your breath smells?
Screw you. I'm cool as such a cucumber.
Okay, then.
Why does my breath not smell okay?
You're dreaming, Jake. Your breath is only a thing if your brain wants it to be.
Oh, okay. Phew. When is she coming? Why is she visiting my dreams?
Soon. She's been waiting for the right time to enter, waiting for you to snap out of the memory. Clearly, the girl has the patience of a saint.
Alrighty, dang. It's warm in this dream bubble. How can I be sweating in a dream? Where do I keep the dream towels?
Will you calm the fuck down? I'm a figment of your imagination. You're still making me nervous.
But really, who is she? What's her deal and what does she want from me? Since all this so-called untapped potential in my subconsciousness taking the form of yet another sassy Derek clone seems to know everything. Would it be okay if I trouble my own brain for a few flipping answers?
You should try to be more polite to me, seeing as I'm a representation of your entire mind. I have complete control over all your basic functions. I could trigger a particularly spirited bowel movement right before she gets here, so watch your step.
No. I'm sorry, don't.
Just kidding, dude. Jesus. I would never make you shit your pants in front of a girl you like, even if she does happen to be my chief competition. We Dirk Splinters can be pretty Machiavellian, but we do actually have some fucking standards.
Okay, thank you for promising to keep my trousers tidy.
Anyway, she's visiting now to bring you into the loop on some things. Important details you should know about your relation to the bigger picture. The much, much bigger picture.
I still don't understand how you know, or excuse me, my brain knows this stuff because I'm a page. How does that make sense? And also, if you know the things she will say, why don't you just tell me the things.
Intuition and the subconscious mind are powerful things when harnessed the right way. As for why I don't tell you, why not just let her tell you? You're the one with the damn crush on her.
Is this last one or?
This is probably where we're gonna end. That
Okay.
seems reasonable.
Okay, dude, she's here. Shush.
I know.
Oh man.
What the fuck are you looking at me for? Say something to her, jackass.
Okay, I will. You're distracting me though. Can you scoot over a bit?
Oh my god, fine.
Hi there, welcome. Don't mind him. He's just a brain clone of my best friend. I know that sounds crazy.
Bro, she can't even see or hear me. You're making a fool of yourself.
Wait, she can't? Why didn't you tell me that? You were really throwing me off here.
I don't know, I guess I didn't think you were gonna have a neurotic meltdown at the sight of a girl.
I thought you were supposed to know stuff like that, seeing as you are literally my brain.
God damn it, will you just chillax and woo this fucking ghost babe?
How can I chillax when you keep talking to me? It's really disconcerting.
You are totally embarrassing yourself, dude. You're talking to nobody. Man, I'm starting to feel bad for Spider Ghost. Look at her, she's getting uncomfortable.
Just shut up, I can't think.
You're being so lame. I don't care if I'm a figment of your imagination or not. I can't take this bullshit. Either you get your shit together and put the moves on this dead space vixen, or I start fucking with your cortex and make you pop a dream boner.
Oh god, no, don't you dare.
You don't think I'll do it?
No, please, 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 do not give me a boner, Dirk.
Sorry, Jake, the
That-
plan's in motion. Next stop, Boner City.
So that was the plan all along, give me a boner?
And you... got one.
You motherfucker. Oh. OTE, a false alarm I see. Very funny, cool guy. I think you're full of shit. You're bluffing. You don't even have the power to give me a phantasmal erection.
Jake, please. Members of the Juggalo party aren't the only ones who can pitch a big tent.
Then go ahead. Make my fucking day. I'm ready for you. You think I'm afraid? I'll take your boner magic like a man. I'm not ashamed. I will stand tall and proud at full mass in front of this pretty alien. Do your worst, you bastard.
This is so stupid. You are out of your mind. And this is coming from your mind itself. I can't even watch this. I'm out of here.
Well, good riddance to ironic hipster douchewad rubbish, is what I have to say about that.
I wonder what Jack's up to right now.
What? I mean, what? Who's Jack?
Just talk to the girl, okay? You have some damage control to do.
No, why do I want to feel? I want to leave, but I also want to really stay.
I can't do more.
I can't do more as well.
Here.
It is very. Oh wow, that was. It feels like that whole last 3 paragraphs you could just put the subtitle of "There's no straight way of explaining this."
True.
Yeah, by the way, I'm 400, I am 400 years in the future. Also, nobody's alive.
I'm 400 years in the future, nobody's alive. Let's start talking about Hulk's boner.
Hulk's gamma
Guy
schlong.
Fieri's the Antichrist.
True.
I mean, we gotta watch out. Next, 2024 is coming up. Gotta watch out.
Don't
Also,
vote
my
for the
bro
insane clown
killed
posse. Worst
ICP.
mistake of my life.
All right, that's a great. So, yeah, I have a new status finally.